On August 14th, the bodies of 3 local teenagers were found along the Yukon Creek of Kirkuk County. Their names were Asher Daniels, Darcy Satcher, and Cliff Rogers. Each of them had been brutally murdered. It is unknown who the killer was, or why the teenagers were truly there. A goldfinch with its heart removed was placed in the center of the mangled corpses. This is what happened before that.
This is where it happened. We camped out here that night. I know we already checked that night, but we should do it again, just in case.
How are we supposed to do this? I mean, how are we?
Let's just spread out arm's length apart and zigzag down the river
until we find the body.
Right. Come on, Darcy. We all have to do it.
I don't think I can. I think I'll get the camp ready while you guys search. And I'll be ready tomorrow. There.
Well, yesterday I went out and took photos. If anybody asks why we were here, we can say we were on a nature trip.
Right. I'm gonna search farther downstream.
The Yukon goldfinch case is one that has garnered a large amount of interest in regards to its mysterious circumstances. For example, why is it that Cliff Rogers' body was found wearing a yellow shirt that originally belonged to Johnny Knox? Criminologists have determined that he did not arrive wearing it, nor did he even bring it with him. A strange little puzzle indeed.
My name is Cliff Rogers. I live at 4829 South Drive, and this is my confession. Over the course of the next few nights, we will find Johnny Knox's body. After we bury him, I will send this recording to the Kirkuk County Police Department. Once you have listened to this recording, you will go to my house. You will find me dead from a gunshot wound to the head. I will try not to damage my face in case my parents think I have plastic cast. 2 months ago, we were having a party out in the woods near Yukon River. That was a my good friend Johnny Knox was murdered.
Hey, there's a boot print here. It doesn't belong to any of us. You think someone's gonna come across us out here?
We'll just have to hope. They like keeping secrets. What are you looking for?
What do you mean?
Out here. Oh, obviously we're looking for a corpse. But what are you really looking for? Closure? Some type of redemption?
I'm not sure yet. What are you looking for? Innocence?
Are you implying that I did it?
You don't know you didn't. None of us do.
You're looking for vengeance, aren't you? Some type of retribution for someone that you cared? You're right. Maybe it was me. I don't care even if it was. You might have loved Johnny, but I sure as hell didn't. The world might be a better place with him dead.
Didn't know him like I did.
And he didn't know you like I did. You want to know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for us. The three of us. Where did we go? I used to think back to when we were kids, and we used to come to this creek and play all the time. Now we can't even stand to be around each other. Sometimes I feel like we're ghosts, just wandering around, wondering what got us killed. Johnny might have been the one that died, but we're not the ones living.
I think Cliff killed him.
There are a number of theories as to what occurred on that hot summer night. The first theory is that Cliff Rogers was the murderer. Overcome by guilt and melancholy, he finally cracked and did to his remaining friends what he did to Johnny Knox. Perhaps they provoked him, blamed him for their situation. The voice recording left by the teenager directly contradicts this theory, but things hardly do go according to plan.
Cliff, come help. We need to check these next few bins before tomorrow.
We shouldn't have come here. We're bad people looking to atone for something we've wrongfully covered up.
We're not bad people. Not as bad as we could be. We should have went to the police when Johnny was reported missing. We were stupid and scared, and we didn't. You wanted us to come here, Cliff.
I don't know what I want anymore.
Perhaps it was the victim's girlfriend that ended their lives. Unknown to her two friends, the last few weeks after Johnny's disappearance had led Darcy Satcher to synthetic drugs and the long nights at the local recovery center. She knew that one of them was the killer. Perhaps the only way she could be sure of achieving retribution was by
Stop!
killing all of them. Perhaps.
Before we go any further, before we find the corpse of my dead boyfriend, I need to know. Did you kill him, Cliff?
Darcy.
Shut up. Did you kill him, Cliff?
I think so. I woke up, couldn't remember anything. The face was planted in the mud. I opened my eyes and saw him face down floating in the creek. I didn't know what to do, and I was afraid of what I might have done. So I just closed my eyes and went back to sleep. I hope it was all just a dream.
I'm sure at some point before their disappearance, an argument broke out. Words of hatred were uttered, and relationships that had once been so sacred were broken. Did it lead to a final confrontation?
I know he deserved to live more than Cliff does.
Found him. Found Johnny.
The third theory is by far the most inexplicable of the bunch. It relies on the rather strange factor that a complete outsider to the three teenagers committed the crime. While it would explain how the three cadavers were so perfectly placed around each other, it would mean that somehow, someone else knew exactly where they would be and what they were doing. Tire tracks were found in a field a mile away from the crime scene, but it could of course be a coincidence. But could it really be a coincidence that some unknown killer decided to target these people the same night as they themselves are hiding a dead body? That's entirely for you to decide.
Hey, Johnny.
Should we... We did it. We finally found what we were looking for.
The truth is, however, we will never know what the truth is. We will never know what happened on the Yukon that night. We will never know who the killer was, or what their motive might have been. We will never know why a dead goldfinch was placed at the scene of the crime. It will be a mystery of the ages, to be wrote about and contemplated. The veracity we are so desperately looking for will never be found, and perhaps that is a good thing.